sharp with the scent of change, a gentle chill rearranging the scene. I pack a memory in every fold of the road ahead, a story yet untold. The engine hums a low, steady tune beneath a pale, indifferent moon. This autumn journey, a search for a ghost of the love we cherished, the one I lost the most. Every mile whispers your forgotten name, fanning the embers of an old lingering flame. I chase the horizon where the gold leaves descend, hoping this road will bring a peaceful end. The mountains wear a coat of rust and white, the canvas painted with moments that were mine. I stopped the car by a silent sleeping lake for the promise of a future I must make. The silence here is heavier than sound on the sacred hollow ground. Maybe the destination isn't a place of the quiet solace of an empty space where I can breathe in the stillness of the air and leave the burden of all the what ifs there. This autumn journey, a search for a goal of the love we cherished, the one I lost the most. Every mile whispers is your forgotten name, fanning the embers of an old lingering flame. I chase the horizon where the gold leaves descend, hoping this road will bring a peaceful end. The color of the world is bleeding out, a vibrant final glorious shout. The copper leaves fall in a silent parade. Where is the promise that we made? I'll walk these paths where we used to stray, wishing for yesterday to stay. A copper leaf lament carried on the breeze, a fragile whisper through the naked trees. It sings of endings and a love let go, the deepest sorrow that only seasons know. I collect the fragments of the light we cast in the quiet memory of too fast past. The afternoon sun hangs low and weak, a comfort I no longer seek. My shadow stretches lonely and long to the tune of a forgotten song. I trace your name in the morning dew and wonder if you're missing me too. This journey is a form of penance I can see, a way to plan a new and hopeful scene. But the ground is cold and the night is near, and all I can hold is the ghost of fear. Copper leaf lament carried on the breeze, fragile whispers through the naked trees. It sings of endings and a love let go, the deepest sorrow that only seasons know. I collect the fragments of the light we cast in the quiet memory of the too fast past. The carriage rattles on the iron track. There's no return, there's no looking back. The window frames a world that rushes by underneath a gray, indifferent sky. Each click-clack sound is a beat of time, leaving behind the remnants of our prime. This train to nowhere is my self-assigned exile. I watch the miles stretch out for a long while, carrying nothing but the weight of your last glance. A solitary rider in a desolate trance. The steam clouds mirror the breath I hold inside. With every passing station, nowhere left to hide. A sip of lukewarm coffee in the aisle, trying hard to force a careless smile. The strangers here have stories in their eyes, but none compare to the truth behind my lies. I told myself I needed to be free, but freedom is just another word for missing thee. The tunnel swallows us in sudden heavy night, a moment to escape the cruel persistent light. And in that darkness I finally confess, this journey is just an empty emptiness. trance, the steam clouds mirror the breath I hold inside. With every passing station, nowhere left to hide. This morning to a foreign light. The colors of the day weren't wholly right. It feels like I'm breathing someone else's air. A silent moment that's too heavy to bear. I walk the cobblestones of a town unknown, a simple traveler, utterly alone. Under a stolen sky, I try to find my grace in a transient moment in this lonely place. I bought this peace at a terrible high cost. For every memory of the home I lost, the clouds drift slowly like ships without a sail. I send my sorrow on the whispering gale. The rain begins, a soft and steady weep, pulling secrets from the ground where they sleep. I dug beneath an awning, cold and damp, and feel the weight of this emotional cramp. How strange it is to see the beauty there, and know that you will never truly share. Running down the pane, they look exactly like my unfallen rain. This world is beautiful, but it's not the same without the warmth of you to call my name. Under a stolen sky, I try to find my grace in a transient moment in this lonely place. I bought this peace at a terrible high cost. For every memory of the home I lost, the clouds drift slowly like ships without a sail. I send my sorrow on the whispering gale. The map is creased where the highway bends, where our young adventure finally ends. I drive the line of that worn out route, searching for the root of all my doubt. The pavement sighs beneath the heavy tires, burning with long forgotten fires. The old highway's promise was a dreamer forever, of two souls walking through the wildest weather. Now it's just a stretch of asphalt and regret, a landscape I can never quite forget. It beckons me onward with a silent command to let go of the grains of time held in my hand. I see the ghost of us in every stop, the diner where we swore we'd never drop, the gas station with the flickering sign, where I thought your whole future was intertwined with mine. It's painful, every roadside mile I claim, whispering the echo of your precious name. The setting sun paints the rearview mirror red, a final warning for the words unsaid. I pull over to a lonely empty space and finally let the tear fall down my face. The old highway's promise was a dream of forever, of two souls walking through the wildest weather. Now it's just a stretch of asphalt and regret, a landscape I can never quite forget. It beckons me onward with a silent command to let go of the grains of time held in my hand. I found a small, smooth stone on the shore, a souvenir of what is no more. I carried it with me for 1,000 miles, past hurried crowds and forced weary smiles. It fits so perfectly within my palm, a sudden heavy, fragile charm. This souvenir of silence is the only thing I keep from the promises we failed to truly deep. It's cold and hard, just like the choice we made, a monument to the love that quickly swayed. I hold it tight against the bitter stain of every quiet, forgotten little thing. I pass a window where a couple stands, their futures held safely in their hands. I envy the simplicity of their plight, lost in the glow of a simple evening light. I turn away before my mask can fall and let the loneliness answer to the call. What good is a memory that only brings you pain, a constant echo of a pouring rain? I should toss this stone back to the endless sea and finally allow the future to set me free. This souvenir of silence is the only thing I keep from the promises we failed to truly keep. It's cold and hard, just like the choice we've made, a monument to the love that quickly swayed. I hold it tight against the bitter sting of every quiet, forgotten little thing.
The clock tower chimes are muffled and low as the silver fog begins to grow. It wraps the last small town I will pass in a damp ethereal slow-mo rest. It blurs the edges of the truth I face, leaving no outline, leaving no trace. The fog over the last town is a kind disguise, hiding the pain that still dwells in my eyes. I hope it lifts before the morning light to grant me passage to a less tormented side. I stand in the stillness, breathing in the cold, a heavy chapter of a story growing old. The street lamps glow like small submerged moons, casting shadows to the haunting tunes of the wind that whistles through the vacant square, a deep and solitary silent prayer. I wait for hours in the thick white cloud, hoping to dissolve inside the shroud. I realize that the fog is in the air outside. It's the confusion where my feelings hide, a veil I pulled to keep the truth away, hoping it would simply fade away. The fog over the last town is a kind disguise, hiding the pain that still dwells in my eyes. I hope it lifts before the morning light to grant me passage to a less tormented sight. I stand in the stillness, breathing in the cold, a heavy chapter of a story growing old. The plastic bench is hard and cold and wet, the kind of place that you would soon forget. The neon sign above the empty street, a single flicker that my eyes must meet. I'm waiting here for something that won't come, a final reckoning, a sudden heavy drum. At this midnight bus stop, beneath the tired gleam, I watch the headlights of a waking dream. Each vehicle passes, bringing no relief, just a constant wave of an autumn leaf. I count the moments like the falling rain, a painful lullaby to ease the strain. A ghost of heat escapes the passing cars, reflecting back the distant fading stars. I pull my jacket tight around my chest and put my weary memory to the test. Was it here we promised all those things? The fragile hope that a simple journey brings. The last few hours feel like a mistake, a bitter pill that I just have to take. The bus arrives and with a sudden roar, it takes me to a place I haven't seen before. At this midnight bus stop, beneath the tired gleam, I watch the headlights of a waking dream. Each vehicle passes, bringing no relief, just the constant weight of an autumn leaf. I count the moments like the falling rain, a painful lullaby to ease the strain. I unfold the map beneath the fading light, a fragile paper that has won the fight against the wear and tear of 1,000 miles, marked by tear stains and forgotten smiles. The coffee stain is right where our two roads crossed, a bitter symbol of the future we lost. This map stained with coffee is my guide and my curse, a detailed drawing of the fate we couldn't reverse. I trace the routes we swore we'd take one day, the scenic detours that just led us astray. I press my finger to the darkest spot, the place where everything began to rot. I stop the car to breathe the chilly air and spread the paper on the hood with care. The wind attempts to snatch it from my home, a destiny that's better left untold. I remember laughing as the brown drops fell, a sweet disaster, a moment I loved so well. Maybe the state is beautiful in a way, a permanent reminder of that single day when we were reckless, happy and so young, before the final painful words were sung. This map stained with coffee is my guide and my curse, a detailed drawing of the fate we couldn't reverse. I traced the routes we swore we'd take one day, the scenic detours that just led us astray. I pressed my finger to the darkest spot, the place where everything began to rot. Checked into a room that held no grace, just four white walls and an empty space. The air is thin and the window rattles slow, a simple mirror of the truth I know. It smells of dust and the rain that fell last night. Perfect haven for my endless flight. October's empty room is where I've come to rest, to put my broken, lonely heart to the test. I lay upon the bed and stare up at the seam, searching for the pieces of a fractured dream. There is no solace in this transient state, just the heavy silence of a closing day. I turn the simple television on, hoping to distract me till the dawn. But every image brings you back to me, a cruel familiar irony. I switch it off and sink into the dark. A single lonely flickering spark. The night outside is full of unseen things, the flutter of 1,000 angel wings. But I am grounded, tethered to the floor by the memory of what we were before. October's empty room is where I've come to rest, to put my broken, lonely heart to the test. I lay upon the bed and stare up at the seam, searching for the pieces of a fractured dream. There is no solace in this transient state, just the heavy silence of a closing day.
The air is colder now, the light is gray. The final beauty of the leaves decay. I've spent 3 days walking in this chill, a self-inflicted, agonizing will to feel the sharpness of the bitter end. A solitary soul with no one left to mend. 3 days in November, in the silence rose a quiet knowledge that nobody knows. I left the comfort of the things we share for the open wound of a world unprepared. The sky is crying what my eyes refuse to weep. A secret sorrow that I promised to keep. The small town clock is slow and out of time, a gentle rhythm of a quiet crime. I sit in a small cafe by the fire's gleam, lost in the pattern of a faded dream. The steam from my coffee obscures my view, a temporary shield against the painful truth. Oh, I saw your reflection in a shop window's glass, a momentary shadow that quickly did pass. And in that flash I knew I was still bound to the hallowed, consecrated ground. 3 days in November, and the silence grows a quiet knowledge that nobody knows. I left the comfort of the things we share for the open wound of a world unprepared. The sky is crying what my eyes refuse to weep. A secret sorrow that I promised to keep. The river flows beneath the arching wood, moving fast, misunderstood. I stand above the water, dark and deep, a single secret that I must keep. This bridge was built for crossing to the far, but I'm just here to stare up at the stars. This bridge over forgotten tears is where I stand, reaching for a distant promised land. I watch the current carry my regrets away, hoping for the dawn of a brighter day. The wind whispers secrets, cold and thin, of all the
the battles I could never win. The railing's rusty rough beneath my hand, a solid object in a shifting sand. I look down at the ripples, fast and strong. Where did the happiness go so wrong? I close my eyes and try to visualize a time when hope was shining in your eyes. I wonder if you're standing on your own bridge now, making a silent, lonely, painful vow to leave the ghost of what we were behind, and finally move on, and finally find peace of mind. This bridge over forgotten tears is where I stand, reaching for a distant promised land. I watch the current carry my regrets away, hoping for the dawn of a brighter day. The wind whispers secrets, cold and thin, of all the battles I could never win. These worn-out shoes have walked a heavy mile. With every step I force a weary smile. The leather's cracked, the soles are thin and flat, a perfect symbol of where we're at. They carry the dust of every town we knew, searching for a single glimpse of you. Worn out shoes and memories are all I have to show for the long, relentless path where we used to go. Each painful blister, a silent, sharp regret, a promise I was never meant to forget. Myself to run towards the lonely promise of the rising sun. I change my socks and check the fading heel, the constant friction of the way I feel. If these shoes could talk, what would they say of all the sorrow that begins today? They tell of laughter, dancing in the rain, and the final sudden agonizing pain. I should discard them, leave them by the side, and find a new path where the new joys hide. But I'm afraid to shed this final fragile link to the life we shared upon the painful brink. a silent sharp regret, a promise I was never meant to forget. I tie the laces tight and force myself to run towards the lonely promise of the rising sun. The innkeeper smiles, his eyes are kind and deep. 100 secrets that the old walls keep. He hands me a key, it's heavy and quite old. A simple story that remains untold. He asked me gently, are you traveling far? I only nod and hide behind the scar. The innkeeper's tale is etched upon his fate, of all the lonely souls that pass this place. He sees the sadness in the way I hold my breath, a silent witness to my emotional death. I listen to his silence more than his words can say, hoping his wisdom can show me a better way. The fire crackles in the ancient grave. It's warm inside, but outside it is late. I sit in the corner with a single cup of tea, watching the shadows mark the side of me. He brings a blanket soft and woven tight, a small brief comfort in the endless night. I wanna tell him everything I feel, the broken promise that can never heal, but the words is all before they reach my tongue. Another silent, lonely ballad sung. The innkeeper's tale is etched upon his face, of all the lonely souls that pass this place. He sees the sadness in the way I hold my breath, a silent witness to my emotional death. I listen to his silence more than his words can say, hoping his wisdom can show me a better way. The world is rushing past the pane of glass, a blur of color that will quickly pass. I lean my forehead on the cold, hard frame and whisper softly your forgotten name. The rain begins, a soft and steady beat, a simple rhythm that my heart must meet. solitary anthem on a temporary throne. The gray landscape mirrors the mood I'm in. A quiet penance for a silent sin. I watch the lights reflect upon the glass, hoping this fragile moment will quickly pass. I see a field where a scarecrow stands so still, a lonely figure with a broken will. He guards a crop that's withered, brown and dry, beneath the vast and unrelenting sky. I feel a kinship to his empty pose, a lonely figure, a forgotten ghost. If I could stop the movement of the car and step outside and wish upon a star, I wouldn't wish for you to come back here, just for the courage to shed a single tear. This window seat serenade is played for me alone, a solitary anthem on a temporary throne. The great landscape mirrors the mood I'm in, a quiet penance for a silent sin. I watch the lights reflect upon the glass, hoping this fragile moment will quickly pass. The northern air is thin and cuts like steel, a painful clarity that I must feel. The silence here is heavier than sound on the quiet, cold and frozen ground. I came here searching for a kind of peace, a lonely moment for my soul's release. The quiet of the north is a demanding friend. It forces me to face the way things end. I hear the echoes of my silent, frantic thought, the heavy lessons that this journey taught. The pines stand tall against the fading light, a solid promise in the endless night. I build a small fire by a sleeping lake for the warmth of sanity I hope to take. The smoke ascends a slow and weary line, a brief escape from this cold fate of mine. I sip a bitter drink and watch
stars, ignoring all my self-inflicted scars. I realize the silence isn't truly empty space. It's just the absence of your loving gentle face. The vastness here is just a grand reflection of my soul's deep, painful disconnection. The quiet of the north is a demanding friend. It forces me to face the way things end. I hear the echoes of my silent, frantic thought, the heavy lessons that this journey taught. The pines stand tall against the fading light, a solid promise in the endless night. The vinyl booth is torn, the table sticky sweet, a small respite for my weary feet. The waitress is kind with weary ancient eyes. She serves me coffee and a pack of lies. I tell her I'm a tourist passing through, avoiding all the agonizing truth. This roadside diner confession is meant for the walls, a whisper secret that no one ever recalls. I pour my heart out to the flickering neon sign, a painful admission that the fault was mine. The steam from the coffee has a tremble in my hand, a fragile soul in a vast uncertain land. I watch the sugar dissolve into the brew, a sudden mirror of the way I lost you, the dissolution of a simple perfect dream, down to the bottom of a silent stream. I write your name upon the paper napkin's edge, a final promise on a crumbling ledge. She brings the check and offers me a weary smile. It gets better, darling, just give it a while. And in that moment I believe her simple plea, a tiny crack in my heavy misery. This roadside diner confession is meant for the walls, a whisper secret that no one ever recalls. I pour my heart out to the flickering neon sign, a painful admission that the fault was mine. The steam from the coffee hides a tremble in my hand, a fragile soul in a vast uncertain land.
The ferry groans against the deep blue tide, the final vessel where my fears can hide. I stand upon the deck where the wind is strong, a fitting end to where I went wrong. I watch the shoreline of the mainland fade, the final barrier that we slowly made. The last ferry home is a metaphor for fate, a journey finished, though it is too late. I feel the rocking of the ocean's gentle hand, the silent comfort in the shifting sand. I let the salt spray cleanse my weary face and find a tiny, solitary, peaceful space. The passengers talk of the week they spent, of simple joy and of money well spent. I envy their lightness, their easy, quick goodbye, unburdened by the sorrow in my eyes. I clutch the railing, cold and wet with dew, the final journey that will lead me back to you. But going back is not what I intend to do. The home I seek is simply something new. I'll step off the ramp with a lighter, steady tread, leaving all the heavy, painful words unsaid. The last ferry home is a metaphor for fate, a journey finished, though it is too late. I feel the rocking of the ocean's gentle hand, the silent comfort in the shifting sand. I let the salt spray cleanse my weary face and find a tiny, solitary, peaceful space. Postmark reads November, cold and true, a letter written just for me and you. It speaks of beauty, of the leaves that turn to gold, a gentle story that has to be told, a formal notice of the light's retreat, a melancholy, bittersweet receipt. This letter from the season is written on the air, a reminder of the love we couldn't share. It says all endings hold a fragile, hopeful start, a slow repair for a quickly broken heart. I read the words beneath the pale thin light and find the strength to make it through the night. It warns of frost, of a sudden heavy chill, perfect stillness on the sleeping hill. But in that warning, there's a promise too, of quiet rest before the coming new. It's signed by autumn with a fading stroke, the final wisdom that the cold wind spoke. I'll fold the paper, put it in my coat, a single truth, a necessary note, that life goes on regardless of the pain, a simple cycle of the sun and rain. This letter from the season is written on the air, a reminder of the love we couldn't share. It says all endings hold a fragile, hopeful start, a slow repair for a quickly broken heart. I read the words beneath the pale thin light and find the strength to make it through the night. I pull the car over on a hill so high to watch the sun surrender to the sky. The world is bathed in an impossible warm glow, a final beauty that I had to know. The air is still, the wind has gone to sleep, a quiet moment for the vow I wanna keep. This golden hour stop is the end of the long road, the final shedding of the heavy load. I watch the light fade to a soft, rich bruise, a gentle ending that I cannot refuse. Close my eyes and let the silence take the strain, and promise myself I won't feel this way again. The shadows lengthen, stretching far and wide. There's nothing left for me to run and hide. The engine's cooling with a quiet single click, a sudden realization that the pain won't stick. It's just a feeling, a moment that will pass, fragile as the fading autumn grass. I take a deep breath of the mountain crisp air and leave the memory of all the burdens there. The journey's over and I've come to understand the destination was just a heart. I can't
and let the silence take the strain, and promise myself I won't feel this way again.